Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is EmoNews, every moment online. In tonight's headlines, 91-year-old Riviera Zurich resident receives new home. Antigua and Barbuda Art Week returns, a celebration of culture in color. Prime Minister Gonzalez set November 27, 2025 as Election Day in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The countdown is on for Watu 2025, Dominica's only outdoor cooking festival. And Rio de Janeiro police raid leaves at least 132 dead. These stories and more coming up next. And welcome back, everyone. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis, and this is a news broadcast for the 29th of October 2025. We begin tonight with a 91-year-old resident of Riviera Zurich, whose home was destroyed by Hurricane Maria, is now the proud recipient of a brand new house, thanks to the generosity and community spirit of many donors, to include NCCU and DK Domino Club. A representative of the NCCU and manager of the DK Domino Group, Juliana Coffey, gave an overview of the project, explaining that Mr. Jonas John Baptist had been in urgent need of proper housing since losing his home in the 2017 hurricane.
And it is indeed a joyous occasion. We can say a mission accomplished. I say thanks to the Almighty Father for his blessings, for wisdom, for a gift to care for the less fortunate, and for the assurance that all things are possible, knowing that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That determination is the key to success. It was at a group's meeting on August 29th, the date of Hurricane David's birthday, and July 30th, the birthday of my deceased father, Joseph Coffey, that I brought up the idea to our groups that we must look out for Mr. John Baptist, and we're going to build a home for him. I clearly stated to the groups that there should be no negatives, but only positive vibes. I knew clearly that the whispers across the floor would be negative. However, majority carried, and a cash donation was approved by both groups, and the mission started.
Coffey noted that over 7,000 was invested in the initiative and extended heartfelt thanks to all donors and partners who contributed to making this project a success.
To the many business places and individuals who contributed and supported the initiative, we say a heartfelt thanks to you. The names: Mr. Marcus Lestrade, Miss Agnes Lawrence, Mr. Larry Matthew, Mr. Oscar Coffey, Ms. Joycelyn Green, Carlos Williams for free transportation of materials, Emmanuel John Baptist for free labor, the National Cooperative Credit Union, Do It Center, St. David's Wellness Committee, D&K's Domino Team, Paris Williams and Company Limited, Riviera Zurich Seventh-day Adventist Church, Harris Paints, E.H. Charles and Company Limited, Agros Dominica Limited. All these contributed in cash or kind discounts to enable me to fulfill this dream to build a home for Mr. John Baptist. It was with the support of those mentioned that $7,555.13 went towards this project and was successfully completed.
Mr. John Baptist, affectionately described as an all-rounder in his community, thanked God and expressed overwhelming joy and gratitude upon receiving his new home, which he said came as a complete surprise.
And God bless this union for doing such an activity. It's a very good movement the credit union is doing, or they take, on my account. And I thank the person that put that forward on my account. I did not know. Let me say that. You know where I was? I'm not trying to say. They took me down there, brought me here, but I was between rats, lizards, otherwise just mentioned, rodents, and all that. I was in it. And this function come to me without I know. Oh, but you Benizo. But the Benny credit union now. And the members that I need, they have compassion and know how to work. Praise God.
The official handing over ceremony took place on Sunday, October 26 at River Sirik. And preparations are underway for Watu 2025, Dominica's only outdoor cooking festival. Preparations are in full swing for the 2025 staging of Watu, Dominica's only outdoor cooking event, which takes its name from the Kalinago word for fire. The event is scheduled for Saturday, November 1, 2025 from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Kalibishi. Held annually, Watu forms part of Dominica's independence celebration calendar. According to Watu creator, Chef Nayana Peltier Charles, the event was born out of a desire to keep Dominica's outdoor cooking traditions alive. Chef Peltier Charles described the event as a truly local culinary experience. Speaking at a recent press conference, she explained.
I am the creator of the Watu Food Festival, which I believe it can be considered as our national food festival in Dominica, because it really expresses our food culture, how we used to, and probably still do, how we used to cook by the riverside, cook by the bayside, do your jot, and so on. And it's a culture that I never really wanted to die. I never really wanted it to die. So I decided to create this festival to kind of keep it alive. And it really and truly started with 20 people, 20 of my friends and family in the bush. We went on a hike, and it developed into this year's festival. We're looking at 2,000 people. So that's kind of a big deal, more stress, but it's always worth it at the end. A few years ago, we decided to bring chefs to our island, to Dominica, to represent their islands and show us their culture as well. Let us taste their culture and also let them experience Dominica.
Chef Peltier Charles described the event as a truly local culinary experience, saying, at Watu, you're given all your ingredients, everything local. All the meats are local, and you're provided with 3 stones and your firewood. You cook for yourself. Lead sponsor for HHV Research gave brief ideas as to what to expect.
This year marks our 4th year being part of Watu, and somehow every year we go bigger, bolder, and a little bit better than the year before, and proudly so. Watu has become one of the events we circle on the calendar early in the year, because it's more than just a cooking event. It's an experience that brings people together in a way that feels familiar, joyful, and deeply Dominican. For those who may not know, and hopefully I don't get fired for saying this, for those who may not know, when my crazy boss first heard about Watu, he was overly excited. The visionary that he is, he immediately saw how beautifully Watu aligns with Research, with community and family. Because at the end of the day, that's what Watu is all about. People coming together, sharing food, laughter, and memories. As the biggest sponsors of this year's festival, we take immense pride helping to elevate the Watu experience for everyone. From the professional chefs showcasing their craft to the families, food lovers, and patrons who come simply to soak in the energy, culture, and community that make this event so special. Watu isn't just a cooking event. It's a nostalgic experience that reminds us of those river days with friends, the smell of smoke in the air, the bubbling pots, and the easy joy of good company. It's a true reflection of Dominican culture, warm, flavorful, and full of life.
Some of the chefs for the event spoke at the lunch as well.
It's an honor for me to be here with you guys to celebrate this festival, which will be hosted in Calabashi. When Chef Neander reached out to me about Wato, I just couldn't say no because it's going to be an amazing event and I look forward to seeing everyone there.
I am Chef Matthew. I represent Haiti. I promise to give the best of me when it's come to Creole and everything, and Haitian mostly. Everything that you know, and give you a Haitian touch, a Haitian flavor, a Haitian, you know how it is.
Well, hello everyone, my name is Manolo Lopez. I am the chef representing Puerto Rico, and it's an honor to be here in Dominica. I'm here to cook sancocho, which is a one-pot dish from Puerto Rico. You can find it in different parts of Latin America as well, but you know, in our culture, we take whatever meat we have with a lot of root vegetables, and we bring that up. And you know, Puerto Ricans, I don't know about Haitians, Dominicans, Dominicans, or anywhere else, but you know, our families, they're like 10, 20 deep. So the theme of this is family. So for us, it's familia, family. And I couldn't, that's just so close to home for me. And I wanted to be a part of this, and I'm very honored that you guys extended it. And I hate always saying that I'm the first to do something, but I am the first Puerto Rican to be here at Wato. So all you Puerto Ricans, now you have to come back and represent as well. And I hope I do a good job and that Puerto Rico gets invited again.
Entertainment will feature Sakis Lapo Kabuit, the Karina dancers, other cultural performers, and the Circus of Dominica. Tickets for Wato 2025 are available on ticketpal.com. Also in local news this evening, the Agricultural, Industrial and Development Bank, AIDBank 2025 Customers Showcase continued earlier today, providing greater exposure for small and medium-sized businesses supported by the bank. The event featured a range of local vendors displaying their products and services, all beneficiaries of AIDBank's financing programs. Let's hear from some of the vendors at the event.
My name is Kevin Benjamin. I'm the CEO of Mr. King's Punches. We have a large variety of great tasting punch. That's the best punch in the Caribbean. It's not just a punch, it's a vibes. We're selling an experience. We're selling a good time, a celebration. This is our second day at the AIDBank and it is going good so far.
I've been actually here today outside AIDBank, and we are here with our products that are made with ingredients from the beehive. So we use extract from the beehive like beeswax, propolis, honey, and we use them to make this large assortment of products. We have for all kinds of people. We have for children, adults, elderly people, people with super sensitive skin, and people that are just looking for something more natural without aluminum, without baking soda.
My name is Bianca. This table is run by WDC Farm Supplies from Salisbury, Grand Savannah. We provide a wide variety of stuff to our farmers. Here we have a vast amount of seeds in different varieties. We have watermelon, broccoli, cabbage. This here is durian powder. We have Rizolex. Our sweet corn. This is a very nice sweet corn that we have here. We also sell trays, rat poisons, different kinds, Miracle Grow, Slug-Bit. This is our Gramazone that we have. We have it at 5 liter and the quarts.
And that's a wrap for local news this evening. Stay tuned for regional news after this break.
All roads lead to Marigot for the second annual Creole Cooler Fest. Dress code all white. November 3rd, 2025. It's all going down in the Last Flight Bar and Grill from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. with entertainment from Shelly and Signal Band, TK International, Juan and Little Boy, DJ Slim, DJ Pocket, King Spawn, Unstoppable Shack, DJ Flip the Ball, DJ Affy, DJ Rem, DJ Apute, DJ Drinks. The second annual Creole Cooler Fest Wild Meat Edition. November 3rd, 2025. Last Flight Bar and Grill in Marigot comes alive. Book that date. Get your all-white outfits ready and and see you there. Sponsored by Fine Foods Inc., Coca-Cola, Heineken, Wapita Water, Country Style Bakery, Afuawi Big Shop, BBS, Q95, Digicel.
And in regional news this evening, Hurricane Melissa killed 25 people in southern Haiti when a flooded river burst its banks, a local mayor said Wednesday. At least 3 babies were born as Hurricane Melissa thundered over Jamaica on Tuesday, according to Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie. Hurricane Melissa continues to churn across Cuba tonight after slamming into Jamaica as one of the strongest Atlantic hurricanes ever recorded. Hundreds of thousands of Cubans have been evacuated to emergency shelters as hurricane warnings remain in effect for several eastern provinces. As of the lately advisory, Melissa is packing maximum sustained winds of 105 miles per hour, or about 165 kilometers per hour, and is moving toward north-northeast of 14 miles per hour. The government of St. Lucia has delivered on key budget promises to strengthen early childhood education. At a ceremony in Dennery, administrators from 106 private preschools received checks as part of 2 major initiatives: a $3,000 grant for each preschool and a $100 per term tuition subsidy for every child enrolled. The grant increase from $2,500 last year will help upgrade classrooms and learning materials, while the subsidy provides financial relief to more than 3,600 families. Prime Minister Philippe J. Pierre praised teachers and parents for the dedication, calling the initiative practical support for both educators and families. Education Minister Sean Edward said it's part of the government's broader effort to make quality early learning accessible to all. In total, the programs represent a $681,500 investment, reinforcing the government's view that early education is a right, not a privilege. Antigua and Barbuda will burst with culture in color from November 26 to December 2, 2025, as Antigua and Barbuda Art Week returns, transforming the twin island nation into a vibrant hub of art, fashion, music, and culture. Presented by the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority in collaboration with the Department of Culture, this year's edition promises to be the most immersive yet, blending traditional art forms with modern creativity. CEO Colin C. James says Art Week is a celebration of the nation's creative energy beyond its 365 beaches, inviting locals and visitors to experience the island's artistic spirit. Events will take place across the islands from Red Cliff Quay and Heritage Quay to the VC Bird International Airport, featuring live art, exhibitions, fashion shows, and cultural showcases. Highlights include the opening night celebration at Red Cliff Quay, November 26, a visual arts exhibition at the Dr. Alistair Francis campus, November 27, art and culture bus tours, November 28 and 29, and the Juge Fashion Show, November 30th. Other standout events include Rhythm and Vibes at Hodges Bay Resort, mandalas and mojitos at Bay Gardens, Art in the Quay, and brunch with the arts at Julie's. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has officially announced that the next general election in St. Vincent and the Grenadines will take place on Thursday, November 27, 2025, marking the start of what is expected to be a defining political contest. Speaking before a packed crowd at a rally in Kingston, Gonsalves energized supporters with the declaration, "It is now time for you to choose between ULP and the NDP." The announcement signals a major milestone for the Unity Labour Party, ULP, which is seeking to extend its historic 24-year hold on power. On Monday evening, the Prime Minister formally advised the Governor-General to dissolve Parliament, effectively triggering the election process. The move also led to the cancellation of Tuesday's planned parliamentary sitting, a clear signal that campaign season is underway. The ULP in government since 2001 currently holds 9 seats in Parliament, while the opposition New Democratic Party, NDP, holds 6. If successful, Gonsalves will secure a 6th consecutive term, further cementing his status as one of the Caribbean's longest-serving political leaders.
General elections will be held on Thursday, November the 27th, 2000.
And that's all for regional news this evening. Stay tuned for international news after this message. And now for international news. A massive police operation in Rio de Janeiro's Alemão and Penal favelas on Tuesday, resulting in at least 132 deaths, according to Brazil's State Public Defender's Office. More than double the initial police figure. Residents laid out dozens of bodies in protest, calling the raid the city's deadliest on record. Authorities said the operation targeted the Red Command gang, arresting key members after 2 months of planning. Governor Claudio Castro defended the raid, calling it a fight against narco-terrorism, while also mourning 4 police officers killed in the clashes. Residents described the violence as warlike, with reports of gunfights, burning buses, and gang drones dropping explosives. The UN Human Rights Office condemned the scale of the operation, expressing horror at the high civilian toll. The raid comes just days before Rio hosts the C40 World Mayor Summit and the Earthshot Prize ceremony, and is seen by analysts as part of Governor Castro's push to project strength ahead of next year's elections. At least 104 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli airstrikes across Gaza, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. Israel says the strikes targeted dozens of militants after Hamas allegedly killed an Israeli soldier and violated a US-brokered ceasefire. Hamas denies any involvement and accuses Israel of trying to undermine the truce. Among the dead are 46 children and 20 women. US President Donald Trump said the ceasefire remains in place, but that Israel has the right to hit back when attacked. And finally, in international news, with disturbing reports from Sudan, where aid groups and researchers are warning of what they call a true genocide in the city of El Fasher. New satellite images analyzed by Yale University's Humanitarian Research Lab show large clusters of what appear to be human bodies and widespread bloodstains, evidence researchers say of mass killings. Sudan's government has placed the death toll to even higher, at more than 2,000 civilians, and accuses RSF fighters of attacking people inside mosques and hospitals. Videos posted online appear to show RSF gunmen firing on civilians and entering Saudi hospital, where patients and medical staff were executed. The World Health Organization reports that more than 460 people were killed inside that hospital alone, calling the attack appalling and deeply shocking. With El Fasher now under RSF control, nearly all of Darfur is in the hands of the paramilitary group, raising fears of an even deeper humanitarian catastrophe. Regional leaders are calling for urgent international action as Sudan's civil war, now in the 3rd year, has already killed tens of thousands and displaced more than 12 million people. And that's all for international news this evening. Stay tuned for the sports segment after this message.
5 chances, 2 draws a week. Endless excitement. This is not just a game, it's your game. Match 5.
And welcome to the sports segment. The technical staff of the senior men's national football team has officially announced the 23-man squad selected to represent Dominica at the upcoming CONCACAF friendly series in St. Kitts, scheduled for November 12th and 15th, 2025. Let's take a look at the team roster. Goalkeepers Jerome Burkhard, Dante Newton, and Jahim Coffey. Defenders Eustace Marshall, Jalen Johnville, Marcus Bredas, Ethan Nicholas, Nick Anthony, Leon Edwards, Mosiah Bonney, and Dorel Durand. Midfielders Savio Anselm, Nathan Newton, Giovanni Xavier, Brielle Thomas, Malachi Bonney, and Giles Michael. Forwards Odell Laville, Travis Joseph, Javid George, Dante Warrington, Antoine Larocque, and Troy Jules. Dominica continues to strengthen its lineup and sharpen its strategy as preparations intensify on the road to international success. And 4 matches were played on Monday, October 27th in the Sports Division Secondary Schools football competition, with double headers at both Stock Farm and Dubla. At Stock Farm, in the under-15 division, Castlebrook Secondary School dominated Pierre Charles Secondary School, winning 4-0. Roxanne Coppel was the star of the match with a hat-trick, while Jayani Murillo added 1 goal. In the under-20 division, defending champions Dominica State College A were held to a thrilling 3-3 draw by Castlebrook Secondary. Scoring for DSC were Tori Christmas, Giovanni George, and Jalen Joville, while Kenneth Valmont, LeSean Joseph, and Roxanne Coppel found the net for Castlebrook. And that's all for the sports segment this evening. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service.
People come well just for the cultural gala, yes. Time to show our cultural heritage as we face one another era of culture, yes. We could demonstrate our bouillon taste. Dress up in our pliant, dress up in our cassette, telling Kotoko to ring. To say Okosha we when we say Tintin Basek, that thing we give full respect to our cultural heritage, regardless of color, creed, or age. Ha! What? Hey, night. Epa! Look at Batabula to Boma. Look at Wule Tabula to Boma. Pakite music la champagne. Look at Batabula to Boma.
Welcome to the weather broadcast for today, Wednesday, the 29th of October 2025. From our studios in Jimit, I'm your presenter, Marshall Alexander. As we take a look at our surface analysis here, we can see Hurricane Melissa near the eastern coast of Cuba, near Jamaica. And looking closer to home, we have a trough here, which is presently near to the east of the island. We have Dominica in the green circle here, and also a tropical wave expected to move across the area during the next 24 hours. We also have another tropical wave in the central Atlantic, expected to approach the area sometime during Friday into Saturday. Now, taking a look at the moisture associated with these features, here we can see the moisture associated with Hurricane Melissa. And here, closer to home here with Dominica in the green circle, you can see the moisture associated with that tropical wave and that trough expected to move across the area during the next 24 hours. And here we have the moisture associated with that tropical wave in the central Atlantic, expected to move across the area by Friday and into Saturday morning. Now, taking a look at satellite imagery, here we can see the movement of clouds. These clouds associated with that trough expected to affect the area during the next coming hours. And out here, we have the cloudiness associated with that tropical wave expected to move across the area by Friday into Saturday. And also behind here, we have some Saharan dust, which is expected to approach the area sometime late Saturday and into Sunday. Now, taking a closer look here, we can see the area of cloudiness to the east of the islands, or to the east of Dominica, as it moves closer to the area of the Les Antilles, expected to result in an increasing cloudiness with scattered showers and possible thunderstorm activity during tonight. Now, taking a closer look at radar imagery, here we can see some scattered showers off to the east of the Les Antilles, including some pockets of moderate to heavy showers and possible thunderstorm activity off to the east of the island chain, in association with that trough system as well as that tropical wave. Now tonight's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with scattered showers and a chance of isolated thunderstorms, with temperatures expected to be down to 25 degrees Celsius on the coast and 22 degrees Celsius in the interior. Winds are expected to be coming from the east generally at 25 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. But again, we're advising people in areas prone to flooding, landslides and falling rocks to be on alert and to exercise caution during the passage of this trough and tropical wave as they move across the Lesser Antilles. Now for the coming days, let's start off tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, we expect to see partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy skies with a few scattered showers, and that is in association with that trough system as well as the tropical wave. And as we move into Friday and Saturday, due to the approach of that tropical wave in the Central Atlantic, we expect to see an increased chance for cloudiness, showers, and possible thunderstorm activity on Friday and into Saturday morning. And as a result, we had yellow vigilance. We're advising people in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks to be on alert and to exercise caution during the passage of this tropical wave. High temperatures expected on Thursday, however, decreasing temperatures can be expected on Friday into Saturday. Also, we expect to see an increase in wind speeds, with winds increasing from 30 km per hour up to 35 and to 40 km per hour by Saturday. Also, sea conditions are expected to fluctuate, and we expect to see an increase in wave heights. We have northerly swells expected on Thursday, with an increase in wave heights up to 8 feet on Friday into Saturday, and as a result, a high surf advisory and a small craft advisory will be in effect for above normal seas. So we are advising small craft operators, sea bathers, and people living near to or traversing coastal areas to be on alert and to exercise caution. And also, people in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks are advised to be on alert and to exercise caution during the coming days. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:01 a.m. and sunset will be at 5:47 p.m. High tide tomorrow will be at 12 p.m. and at 11:19 p.m. and low tide will be at 5:28 a.m. and 5:02 p.m. Again, remember that we are still in the hurricane season. Scan our QR code here to follow us on WhatsApp channel. Also search Dominica Met to follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well. And also visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm for up-to-date weather information. Stay informed, stay safe. See you next time.
And this brings us to the end of tonight's news broadcast for the 29th of October 2025. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis, and on behalf of the entire newscast, we say thank you for viewing. This is EmoNews, every moment online. Good night.